compensation. If you're trying to build an income stream, there has to be compensation. Well, there's a plan as to how that compensation is organized. I have looked at a lot of different companies and their compensation plans. My best friend in the world is a fellow who has written books on this subject, and researched the different companies, the ones that are really producing the high numbers, and there are real differences. Some companies are set up to really focus on product. Some companies are focused on the distributor and the value of the distributor and generating income and excellent compensation plans. So there's differences that you need to look at and consider. But in the bottom line, at the end of the day, if you're in business to generate an income stream, then the compensation plan and how it's organized is a really big deal. I am involved in an organization where we use what we call a new generation non-flushing binary. We'll spend a lot of time on it, but basically it's the state of the art. It's really the evolution of compensation plans as they've come today. It is the most sought after, probably the most effective way to organize a compensation plan. The compensation plan has two legs basically that you're building. At any given time, you only focus on building one leg. There's reasons for that. Won't spend time on that right now. But it's a very simple concept in its organization, its structure. The non-flushing part of it means that as long as you remain active in the organization, maintain your autoship, and keep some level of business activity going, then you don't lose the points that you accrue from week to week. There's always going to be, in these compensation plans, a certain number of points that don't get used on a weekly basis. I'm not going to go into the details of how that works right now, but know this, that a lot of them have points they've accumulated that go away each week. Instead of rolling over and not flushing away, these points roll over in the compensation I work with, so I never lose those points. And over time, that's huge value to me in the way I build the business. So whether you choose a non-flushing binary like the one that I'm in, or whatever you choose, you want to really look hard at that compensation plan. And also consider, you have your initial levels of compensation, and then each level as you increase, how many sources of income have they built into it? I'm involved in an organization that has 8 different ways of paying based on different kinds of bonuses as you continue to grow through the organization. And it just gets ridiculous as to how much money that you can earn and how many different benefits and prizes and awards and what have you that you can get. It gets just ridiculous. But it's all very achievable. And everything that they currently offer is out there, and people are generating those incomes, people are receiving those bonuses and benefits, and it's very real. The company even posts a disclosure to show the average income actually earned by the distributors. So, compensation. Do a little homework here. If you're looking to build an income stream, then you need to be with an organization that has an excellent income stream opportunity, that their compensation plan is well thought out, and that you can really achieve the numbers that they're looking at. There's another area to compensation that I'll point out on this same subject, and that is knowing when a company is at its best position to generate high income. A startup company is sometimes a little difficult. I'm not going to say that you don't get involved in a pre-launch or a new launch of a company, because you can do that if you're willing to work hard, recognizing it just because it's new doesn't mean that it's an automatic success. If you're willing to take the risk involved in that and do the hard work necessary, then you can get involved in a brand new company. For most people, I don't recommend it. I recommend getting involved in a company. Look at it as you would a stock. You want to look at a company that has already proven itself, that has established itself in the market enough to know that what they have is viable and it's popular and it's getting a lot of attention, and it's in a posture that's just ready to really grow and realize its greatest growth. If you've reached that one point of critical mass where the company is doing well, they're visible, people are understanding that there's some value there and some attraction, you get involved at that point just before they go into their meteoric rise in earnings and in building their market and going international. there's a point there that's usually a few years down the road. The company's been around a little while and they've proven themselves. There's a point there that's just great. If you're investing in stock in a company, you want to get it to that point where they're still very inexpensive, it's still easy to get in, but you're going to realize the huge meteoric rise of that expansion, and those years of expansion and growth. You want to get involved in that. That's the best place to be, regardless of the kind of investment you make in a company, whether that's in stocks, if you're dealing with a company that you can invest in stock, whether that's in the investment in time and energy to build your network, whatever it is, whatever your involvement, there's that point that's important to get involved with a company. So compensation, the potential for compensation, these are issues you really want to look at and consider very carefully. So with that, we're going to go to the next point, number 6.